I'm Jetsu, and if you just come into my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for those who continue back to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome back. Today I want to talk about jealousy and envy. And the root of jealousy and envy is sin. So we're going to look at the children of Israel and how envy and jealousy put them in a lot of oppression and a lot of confusion and a lot of heartache and a lot of pain. So the children of Israel, after Joshua and the judges, they cry out to God constantly. They crying constantly. Why are they crying constantly? Because they are looking at their neighbors. When I say their neighbors, I'm talking about other countries, next door neighboring countries to Judah and Israel. So they're looking at all those other neighboring countries close to Israel and Judah, and they saw that they have kings and queen ruling over them. So they constantly crying out to God, we want king, we want king. Give us a king, give us a king. But what they didn't know is that by them having not a queen or a king over them, they were free. They could have done whatever they want, live their life, and not paying taxes. But so little did they know that they have it better than their neighbor next door, because their neighbor next door were treated as indenture service. They were doing indenture services. And they were treated harshly because they have to give the queen or give the king what they want. So the grass is not always green on the other side. Jealousy and envy will tear us down. Jealousy and envy will put us jumping out of the fire, out of the pot, into the frying pan. So they have it so good in Judah and Israel, but they did not know that. They don't want to know that. They don't seek to know that. They just want what their neighbors have. Their neighbors have king and queen, and they want it. But little the neighbors forget to tell them the type of life, the oppression they were under by those king and queens, and how they have to work and give up probably half of their earnings in taxes. They didn't tell them that part of it. They said, look at us, we have king and queens. So the Israelites and the Judeans, they were so jealous. We want king, and they keep crying out to God, we want king, we want king. So in Samuel 8:6, God said unto Samuel, the prophet, Samuel was a prophet at that time, they crying, I hear they cries, but they don't know, they don't realize what they're gonna get into. Are we different from those people today? No, we are not different. I'm the same, you the same, we all are the same. We want what everybody else's have. And we don't know how they get it. We don't even know the life they have to live up under what they got. Some people take out a big loan and they do a lot of stuff with it. You want to take out loan and do the same thing. But you forgot one thing, the big monthly payments you have to pay. So it's the same thing with the children of Judah. There's nothing we are doing today or they are doing that we are not the same. We are the same. We are equal in behaviors, equal in the disrespect of God, equal in the sins, equal in the envy, equal in the jealousy, and equal in the strife. We don't try to work things out, we like to war. So we are not different. Absolutely, positively, nothing they are doing that we weren't doing, that we are not doing today. So we can't even point a finger at them because we are the same. So today, so they're crying out to God. God said unto Samuel in Samuel 8:6, God said unto Samuel, give them what they want. Give them the king, queen, king, whatever they want. Give it to them. So now they get it. So now they have to pay taxes. And then now they're under the king rules. They're not free anymore. They're under bondage. They are in bondage. Bondage under the king rule leadership. The king rule. What the king want, they have to give it up. They don't have their full paycheck anymore. Part of it has to go to the king, because part of it have to pay taxes. They're going to go to the slammer. They're going to go to the dungeon. They don't pay it up. Why? Because they saw their neighbor have something and they want it. Their neighbor have something and they want it. That's what happened to us when we want. Not just when we want, but when we saw somebody with something and we want it. We don't ask question. We just want what they have. And then later on, because we don't ask question, later on, we found out the consequence. We found out and feel the pain and the oppression of getting the same thing your neighbor has. So jealousy and envy is sin. Jealousy and envy is what tearing us apart today. But I'm here to tell you, my disciple, those who are following after what God is giving, oh yeah, we don't have to jealous for salvation. It's free to everyone and you don't have to pay for it. It's given free. So no one has to be jealous for it. It's given free. Everybody can have it. Everybody can seek and find and accept it, because salvation is free. So when we look around and we see people, our friends, our family members with anything, before you get jealous of what they want, find out. We should find out what is the consequence of the thing we saw them with before we jump head on into it. Like what the children of Judah and Israel did. So God gave them their first king. They were living free, of a free life than their neighbors. They weren't under no suppression, or even if they do, it was minimal compared to what they're going through after they got their first king, King Saul. Sorry. King Saul is their first king. And now they see it's not luxury anymore. Now they see the pain they are going through, because they have to give up what they want. So they're quarreling and they're arguing and they're grumbling and they're fighting amongst each other. They're fighting with the tax collector. They didn't have a tax collector before. They did not have a tax collector before. So now they are fighting with the tax collector. Because guess why? They don't want to pay up part of their money. So now they realize now part of the little earning they get, they have to give a part of it up. Why? Because they saw their neighbors with something they want and they didn't seek to find out what's going to be the end stage of it. The neighbor didn't tell them that because they didn't ask that question. They did not ask that question. They just want what they see and they want it and they want it. But God see the end stage. God see the end part of things. We always see the beginning. We never see the end. No, we never see the end. We never saw the end. God always saw the beginning and the end. So this is what happened. So jealousy and envy strive for confliction. Jealousy and envy is a root of sin. In our world today, in our home today, everywhere we go, you look around, you see so much stuff and everything we want, but we never investigate what is the end stage of it. So my fellow disciple, I just want to say to you today, always ask, what is the end stage of this thing I'm going to get into? What is the next stage? When you saw something and you want it, what is the next stage? Once you get it, before you get it. This is what put us in a lot of problem, including myself and including everybody. Those people in Judah and Jerusalem before us, they did it. And we today, we're doing the same thing. So until then, my disciple, I just want to say, always try to figure out the end stage of things before we jump into it. So if you like what you heard, please subscribe and press the like button to my channel. And always remember, God first, man second. God first, man second. God bless.